You're sitting alone, maybe with a warm cup of coffee in your hands, staring out the window. The world feels quiet, heavy with memories. And then, out of nowhere, a familiar warmth washes over you, like someone you thought you'd lost forever is right there, sitting across from you. Dot. Have you ever felt that? That unshakable sense that they're still with you? We're diving into something deeply personal, yet universal. The silent signs that our loved ones, those we've lost, are still watching over us. Losing someone is one of the hardest things we face. But what if they're closer than we think? What if the universe is sending us little whispers to remind us they're still here? Maybe it's a cardinal landing on your porch every morning, just like your mom used to love. Or a random breeze that smells like your grandpa's cologne. That these aren't just coincidences, they're connections. At first I brushed it off, but then I learned she used to collect them, saying they were signs of angels. It felt like her way of saying, I'm still here. Think about it. Have you ever had a moment that felt too perfect to be random? A song on the radio, a dream so vivid it felt real? These are the ways our loved ones reach out. Experts in spirituality say our loved ones can send signs through nature, dreams, even numbers. Like seeing 11:11 on the clock over and over. It's no accident. It's a nudge, a HUD from the other side. Here's a story that stuck with me. A woman named Sarah shared that after her dad passed, she kept hearing his favorite Elvis song everywhere. Grocery stores, car radios, even a street performer. She said it felt like he was saying, keep going, kiddo. Moments like these remind us that love doesn't end with goodbye. It transforms, lingers, and finds ways to reach us. So, what's your story? Have you felt a sign from someone you've lost? Maybe it's a scent, a sound, or just a feeling you can't explain. Drop it in the comments below. I'd love to hear it. And trust me, you're not alone. These signs are proof that love is stronger than loss. They're reminders to keep living, loving, and looking for those little moments of magic. If this touched you, hit that like button, share this with someone who needs it, and subscribe for more stories that lift your spirit. Until next time, keep your heart open. Those signs are all around us. Let's dive into a story that brings this feeling to life. A moment so powerful, it'll make you wonder if your loved ones are closer than you think. Have you ever caught a whiff of something so familiar, like your mom's perfume or your grandpa's pipe tobacco, and for a split second, it feels like they're right there with you? Those moments hit deep, don't they? Like a warm hug from someone you thought you'd lost forever. The sudden scents or sounds that feel like messages from those we've lost. Losing someone leaves an ache that never fully fades. But what if they're still reaching out to us in ways we can't explain? Let's dive into a story that'll make you believe love never really leaves. Meet Frank, a 70-year-old widower from Ohio. 3 years ago, he lost his wife, Helen. Helen's partner of 45 years. Helen was the heart of their home, especially in the kitchen, where she'd bake her famous apple pie every fall. The kind of pie that filled the house with the sweet cinnamon warmth you could never forget. One quiet afternoon, as Frank was wiping down the counters, that exact scent hit him. freshly baked apple pie, as real as if it had just come out of the oven. Wait, 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 and die. But here's the thing. Frank lived alone. No one had cooked in that kitchen all day. Frank stood there, frozen, breathing in that unmistakable aroma. No neighbors were baking, no pie in sight. Friends thought he was imagining it. But Frank knew better. It was Helen's way of saying, "I'm still here." I had a moment like that too. After my uncle passed, I kept hearing his favorite jazz tune on the radio. 3 times in 1 week, always when I needed a lift. Coincidence? Maybe, but it felt like his way of checking in. These signs, scents, sounds, even a random bird or song aren't just in our heads. Spiritual experts say our loved ones can use the world around us to send messages. A study from the University of Arizona found 60% of people report experiencing unexplained signs after a loss, like hearing a familiar voice or catching a specific scent. Think about it. Have you ever heard a song that reminded you of someone gone, right when you needed it most? Or smelled their favorite flower out of nowhere? Here's another story. Lisa, a viewer, shared that after her dad passed, she kept hearing his old truck's engine rev outside her house. Lisa looked at her a couple of hours. He kept hearing his old truck's engine rev outside her house. Each time it came when she was doubting herself, like he was saying, "You've got this." These moments aren't random. They're love, lingering in the air, in a melody, in a feeling that wraps around you like a blanket. So, what's your sign? A scent, a sound, a feeling that stopped you in your tracks? Share it in the comments. I'm reading every one. And you're not alone in this. These moments remind us that love doesn't end when someone leaves. It lingers, like the smell of apple pie in Frank's kitchen, whispering, "I'm still with you." If this resonated, hit that like button. Share this with someone who needs a little hope indie. Subscribe for more stories that lift your spirit. Keep your senses open. Those signs are waiting for you. Have you ever woken from a dream that felt so real? It was like someone you loved, someone who loved you was right there, talking to you. A dream that left your heart full, maybe even changed your life. Those moments linger, don't they? Like a warm embrace. We're diving into dreams that feel like visits from those we've lost. These aren't just dreams. They're messages of love, healing, and hope. Let's explore a story that'll make you believe. These nighttime moments are more than imagination. Meet Sue, a 74-year-old from Wisconsin. She lost her sister, Clara, time cancer, a few years ago. They were best friends, sharing countless memories by their favorite lake. Sue often dreamed of Clara, but one night stood out. In this dream, they sat by that lake, Clara holding Sue's hand, her voice clear as day. "It's okay now. You need to live your life." Sue woke up crying, but something lifted. That dream felt like Clara's permission to move forward. The next day, Sue signed up for the art class she'd abandoned years ago, painting with a joy she thought was gone forever. I've had dreams like that. After my mom passed, I dreamed she was laughing with me in our old kitchen, saying, "Keep going, kid." It gave me courage to chase a dream I'd shelved. Experts say these vivid dreams can be our loved ones, reaching out, offering comfort or guidance. A 2024 study found 65% of people report dreams that feel like visits after a loss. Ever had a dream so real it stayed with you? One that nudged you to take a step forward? A viewer, Tom, shared how he dreamed his dad told him to forgive an old grudge. He woke up lighter, ready to heal. That these dreams aren't here to haunt us. They're here to heal us, to remind us love doesn't end. Or they push us to live fully, just like Sue did, picking up her paintbrush again. So, what's your dream story? A moment in sleep that felt like a visit? Share it in the comments. I'm reading every one, and you're not alone. These dreams show love never fades. It just finds new ways to reach us. Hit that like button, share this with someone who needs hope, and subscribe for more stories that warm your heart. John's story shows how a simple song can carry a powerful message, but his experience isn't the only one. Let's explore another way our loved ones might be reaching out to us. And let's see. If I has or not right now, let's break it down with the creature. And what is the loved ones might be reaching out to us? Ever had a moment where a song, a scent, or even a random number feels like it's speaking directly to your soul? Like someone you've lost is sending you a little hello? Those moments stop us in our tracks, don't they? They feel like more than just chance. We're diving into those mysterious coincidences that feel like messages from the ones we've lost. They sneak into our lives, a familiar tune, a fleeting sign, and suddenly, it's like they're right there with us. Let's dive into a story that'll make you wonder if these moments are more than just luck. Meet John, a 76-year-old grandfather from Tennessee. 3 years ago, he lost his grandson Ethan, his little buddy, who lit up his world. The grief was heavy, but then something strange happened. Everywhere John went, a diner, his car radio, even the drugstore, he kept hearing, "You Are My Sunshine." Not just any song, but the lullaby he sang to Ethan every night, tucking him in with a smile. Before Ethan's passing, John hadn't noticed that song in decades. Now it followed him like a shadow, each note a warm reminder of Ethan's laugh. I know that feeling. After my aunt passed, I kept seeing her favorite bluebirds in my yard, always when I was feeling low. Coincidence? Maybe, but it felt like her way of saying, "Chin up." Spiritual experts say our loved ones can use signs like songs or symbols to reach us. A 2023 survey found 70% of people experience these moments after a loss. Ever heard a song that hit you right in the heart at just the right time? Or seen a number, like a birthday, pop up over and over? John's story isn't alone. A viewer, Maria, shared how, after her mom passed, she kept finding heart-shaped stones on her walks. Her mom's way of saying, "I love you." These signs aren't just chance. They're love, woven into the everyday. Their love woven into the everyday. Can you be They remind us that those we've lost are still part of our story. So, what's your sign? A song, a symbol, a moment that felt too perfect to be random? Drop it in the comments. I'm reading every one, and you're nada no. These coincidences are love's way of saying, I'm still here. Hit that like button, share this with someone who needs it, and subscribe for more stories that lift your heart. But have you ever noticed something in nature, a bird, a breeze, a butterfly, that felt like it was meant just for you? Or someone you've lost is sending a little sign to lift your heart? Those moments feel magical, don't they? We're talking about the beautiful ways nature carries messages from those we've lost. From a song on the radio to a scent in the air, these signs remind us love never truly leaves. Let's explore a story that'll make you see nature in a whole new way. Meet Martha, an 81-year-old from Virginia. She spent decades caring for her husband Tom until a stroke took him away. A month after his funeral, Martha was in the kitchen cooking Tom's favorite vegetable soup, her heart heavy with grief. Suddenly, an orange-yellow butterfly fluttered through the open window and landed right beside her. Why was this so special? What is this so special? Years ago, Martha and Tom used to laugh over a silly pact. Whoever passed first would come back as a butterfly to tease the other. There it was, that bright butterfly, dancing in her kitchen, like Tom saying, I'm still here, love. John's story showed us how a song like You Are My Sunshine can carry love across time. But Martha's experience takes us somewhere else, into the heart of nature, where signs feel alive and vibrant. I've felt this too. After my dad passed, a cardinal started visiting my backyard every morning. He loved birds, and it felt like his way of checking in. I know this was all he said, but I know what this was like. We, experts say, nature is a common way our loved ones reach out. Butterflies, birds, even a sudden breeze can carry their presence. A 2024 study found 65% of people report seeing animals or natural signs after losing someone. Ever seen a creature or felt a moment in nature that seemed too perfect to be chance? Another viewer, Sam, shared how after his sister passed, he saw a rainbow on her birthday, right after praying for a sign. These moments aren't just beautiful, they're love, transformed into something we can see, feel, touch. They remind us that even in loss, we're never truly alone. So, what's your nature sign? A butterfly, a bird, a sunset that felt like a message? Share it in the comments. I'm reading every one, and you're not alone. These signs show us love doesn't vanish. It just changes form. Hit that like button, share this with someone who needs a lift, and subscribe for more stories that won your heart. What's your nature sign? What's your nature sign? You know, at the time now, we keep praising the page. Have you ever faced a tough choice, and out of nowhere, a voice inside you, clear as day, tells you exactly what to do? Not just any voice, but one that feels like someone you love, guiding you from beyond. Those moments give you chills, don't they? We're diving into something powerful, that deep, inner knowing that feels like a message from someone we've lost. It's not a sound or a sign you can point to. It's a feeling, a certainty that they're still with you. Let's explore a story that'll make you trust that quiet voice in your heart. Meet David, a 68-year-old from Colorado. 5 years ago, he lost his mother, Ruth, the woman who taught him strength and kindness. Life moved on, but whenever David faced a hard decision, whether to change jobs, help a struggling friend, or face a health scare. He felt her presence. The woman had faced his mother, not in words he could hear, but in a clear, steady feeling, like her voice whispering, "You know what's right. Trust yourself." It was the same advice she gave him growing up, and now it guided him through life's toughest moments. I've felt this too. After my best friend passed, I was torn about a big move. One night, I just knew he'd tell me to go for it. His fearless spirit was in that gut feeling. Spiritual teachers say our loved ones can connect through intuition. That inner compass they help shape. A 2024 study found 68% of people feel guided by a lost loved one during tough times. Ever had a moment where you just knew what to do, like someone was nudging you? David's story isn't unique. A viewer, Emily, shared how after her dad died, she felt his strong certainty when she debated going back to school. It was like he was saying, "You've got this." These moments don't need proof. They're love, speaking straight to your soul. They remind us that those we've lost are still part of our journey, cheering us on. So, what's your inner knowing? A moment where you felt guided by someone you love? Share it in the comments. I'm reading every one. And you're not alone. Hit that like button, share this with someone who needs it, and subscribe for more stories that touch your heart. Have you ever felt a moment so special? A scent, a song, a whisper in your heart, that it felt like someone you've lost was right there with you. Those moments remind us that love doesn't fade, even when someone leaves this world. We're wrapping up our journey through the beautiful signs our loved ones send us after they're gone. From fleeting scents to songs that hit deep. These moments are more than chance. They're love, reach all the way to life, love style reaching across the divide, love of love. We've heard stories that touch the soul. Or John, who kept hearing his grandson's lullaby everywhere. Martha's butterfly dance in her window, and David's inner voice guiding him through tough choices. These aren't just stories. They're proof that love doesn't vanish. It transforms, showing up in scents, dreams, music, nature, or that quiet feeling in your heart that says, "I'm still here." I've felt it too. After my grandmother passed, I kept finding pennies in the oddest places. Her way of saying, "I'm watching." Studies show 70% of people experience these signs after a loss, whether it's a vivid dream or a sudden breeze. Spiritual experts say our loved ones use the world around us to comfort us. Ever felt a moment that was too perfect to be random? A song, a sign, a feeling that stopped you in your tracks? Here's the truth. Just because someone's no longer here physically doesn't mean they're gone. Love never dies. It whispers back in the little things. A viewer, Sarah, shared how she saw her dad's favorite constellation on a tough night. Like he was saying, "Keep going." These moments heal us, connect us, and remind us to stay open to the magic of love. So, what's your story? Have you ever received a sign from someone you've lost? Maybe a scent, a song, or just a feeling? Share it in the comments below. Your story could help someone else heal. These signs are love's way of saying, "I'm with you always." Hit that like button, share this with someone who needs hope, and subscribe for more stories that lift your spirit. Keep your heart open, friends. Those whispers are all around us, reminding us that love never, ever dies.